Yes, we are live. Yay! Okay, I think Justice is here now. We are live now. Okay, just a minute. Just a minute, please. I don't know why this thing is coming up here. Okay, so we are live. Can you hear me? Can you see me? If you can see me, can you please put it in the comment section? And if you can hear me, just a minute. If you can see me, please put it in the comment section. Sorry, just a minute. Can someone please type something in the comment section so we see that the comment section is okay, please. Oh, I can hear you. Okay, thank you. Okay, that means our comment section is fine then. Yeah. Hello, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you're joining me from. You're very welcome to doing this live with me. And happy Sunday to you. How have you been? Hope you've had a lovely day. So today we're going to be talking about valuable life lessons, valuable life lessons from the story of people you all are familiar with, and is a story of Annie, 2Face, Natasha, and the mother. I know every one of us are familiar with the story and how it all began and how things are going. So we're going to talk about it today, and we're talking about it in regards to parenting. We're going to be learning a lot from it. We're going to be relearning some practices. We're going to be learning and unlearning a lot of things, and then we'll be using it as a teachable moment. So not just of us, not just to ourselves, also to our children, so that when they are in a situation to make decisions, they'll be able to have wisdom, to know what to do at that point in their life. So that is why we are discussing it. We're going to be learning, drawing lessons from it. And remember, anything we talk about here is about parenting. And also, we're not coming from a place of judgment or a place of perfection. No, we're just talking about them because, one, they are celebrities, and also to the public. So that is why we are using them as, should I say, case study lessons from judgment we're doing. And doing this with me, I have three parents already. Yeah, three parents that will be joining, including me. That's four. I've been doing this with me. So we're going to be learning from each other. We might be agreeing to disagree, and let's just see how it goes. We'll just go with the flow. And I hope we all learn one or two things from this session. And also, before I start, or before I bring them on board, okay, let me bring them on board, and then I can say the other thing. So join me as we make welcome my co-parents that will be joining me in this live session here. I have Miss Favor. Hi, Miss Favor. Good evening. How are you doing?
Hi, hi, maybe I'm fine. Good
I
evening.
love your hair.
Thank you very much.
How are you doing today? Happy Sunday.
Yeah, happy Sunday. I've been a little bit busy, but we're fine.
Yeah, good. Hi, Mr. Joe. Oh, okay, Mr. Omashunu. Good evening.
Hi, how are you?
How are Okay. Are you doing okay?
I'm very well,
And
thank you.
Mr. Justice, I think I'm not sure he's here. Justice,
Yeah,
are
I'm
you here?
here.
Okay,
Very
good
well.
evening.
Yeah,
But we
good
can't see your
evening.
face. We can't see your face yet.
Yeah. Can you see me?
I hope.
I think I'm
Yeah, we
on
can
now.
see you now. Yeah, we can see
Yeah,
you.
good evening, everyone. Yeah.
Yeah, good evening. Thank you all for joining me to do this live session. Thank you for agreeing to do it with me. And I do not take your time for granted. I really, really appreciate you all. And I trust and hope that we'll all learn from each other because no one knows it all. As long as we are parents, it's important for us to learn from each other and also learn from other people's experience because there's something I believe in learning from. I don't need to wait to experience something before I learn my lesson. I always like to learn from people's experience so that it will help me prevent it, from it happening. I think that is what we'll be doing today. So, like I said earlier, we're not coming from a place of judgment or perfectionist or perfectionism. No, we're coming from a place of love, place of empathy, and we're coming from a place of, you know, it could have happened to anybody and just learning, relearning, and then learning. So yes. And also before I start, I'd like to say as a mother or as a sister to Annie, I pray that God Almighty, I know you've been through a lot, Almighty will heal you emotionally. I pray that God Almighty will I pray that God Almighty will heal you, spiritually, will heal you mentally, will heal you physically, and it will heal you financially. And I pray that for everything you've gone through, it will not kill you or it will not be the end of you. You'll be able to come out strong, you'll come out well, and you'll be a voice to the next generation. I pray that God will heal you. In Jesus' name, amen. So, guys, about to go down. Um, So when we heard them, I think it all started, we are all already familiar with the news. So, and then it started with Two-Face when he made the post that him and Annie, they're having, a divorce and all of that. What came to your mind? What was that? How did you react? How did you feel when you saw the post? What, what came to your mind, literally? Who wants to go first? Who wants to go first? Justice, are you still here? We can't see you.
Maybe if no one wants to go first, maybe I should go first, Ben.
Okay, go on then. Thank
Yeah,
you.
to me, maybe because I've
Oh,
actually
okay. All right. Can you hear me very well?
Yeah, we can hear you now, but we can't see you.
Can you hear me? Am I audible
Yes,
enough?
yeah,
yes,
you are. We can all
Oh,
hear
all
you, I
right.
guess.
So if I can hear you correctly, or if I heard you correctly, you said what was like when I heard about Annie and Two Faces issues, what came into my mind? First,
yes.
I like to juxtapose Annie Macaulay and Two-Face Idibia's case with Ned Nwoko and Regina issues.
Daniel.
Because,
Okay.
yeah, Regina Daniel. Regina Daniel knows for sure that she's going to become the sixth wife. And you cannot tell a second wife that the husband is cheating because you have and I believe marriages today is contractual, so you already know what you are going in for. Now let's bring it down to Two Face. When I heard that, based on the fact that, hello, can you hear me?
Yes,
We
we
can
can hear
hear
you.
you, sir.
So
Yeah, we can.
so when I heard that, the first thing that came to my mind is, it don't clear. Now I went back and I did a lot of research about Two Face and at the same time Annie Macaulay. I knew from beginning that Annie Macaulay actually loved Two-Face, even when Two-Face had little or no fame. Now, Two-Face had kids from another woman. You stayed. You didn't come to the social media. Nobody is even telling you to come to social media to tell us that Two-Face is cheating. You can as well still go back to request that this marriage is over. You are tired. Even if from the beginning you knew who Two-Face was. But when I heard about that, I discovered that a lot of people are going sway towards gender uh, bias. A lot of people are not saying no, it's Two-Face, so Two-Face is my guy. But let's talk about reality. When I heard it, I was like, okay, what is the cause? We never knew that Two-Face has actually swallowed whatever that is going on for a while. But immediately I just saw that Two-Face came up and say, oh, oh, na me talk am. So it got done on me that like say this thing don't tire about. Do you get? So to
Yeah.
me, in fact, we have some time to talk deep, but I just want to answer this one straight. I was shocked, and even if I was shocked, I also expected it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Justice, for that. Any other person on what do we think? For me, it was very
I want
shocking to me. It was very surprising. Like I did not imagine it would happen. Like I didn't foresee it. It was just like, what? What's going on? Maybe rumor or maybe someone like hacked his account or something. Uncle came out and saying, "Now me talk now I'm right now." So I was like, okay, oh, that means another shocking thing for me was for the father. He already when he was addressing, he already reverted, changed. He was not even calling her DB already. Her as Annie Macaulay. That alone sent a big message to relationship. Something years and how long misunderstanding or whatever that led to maybe their divorce or something. Yes. When they not divorced, yes, he has already reverted her name, to her, already calling her Macaulay already. That's a very big message to me. So that's my opinion on that.
All right. When I heard the news, what hits my mind first, speaking from the parenting angle now, what hits my mind first was that another set of children are about to go through mental depression. We can't take away the fact that there is joy that captures the mind when your father and mother lives together, when they live together under one roof. Now the children have always grew up or known their father and mother to live under the same roof. Now they are tearing apart. They say when two elephants fight, the grass suffers. So the children are now looking at their parents from two different worlds. Now they are being exposed to a life they've never been used to. Let's even take away the fact that other children from other mothers grew up knowing their parents to live in separate apartments. Now this is Two-Face's children, Annie Idibia's children, and they are just seeing both parents now falling apart. So what crossed my mind, another set of children are going through mental depression. So that was what I wasn't even thinking about the side of Two-Face. I wasn't affected by the side of Annie because I think both of them knew what they were getting into before they started. So my most concern were the children.
For me, would I say that I wasn't actually surprised that that happened? I was only surprised that it takes this long for it to happen. I wasn't surprised. because I know some few families that knows them and maybe close to them, kind of. So there are some things that happen in a marriage that
Okay.
you will look at the marriage and say there is a limit to where he or she can go. Oh, this person might get to this limit and say, I'm not doing again. So my own surprise was that it took them this long for them to decide to come out that they are not, or if it's the guy that is coming out to say he's no longer interested. I wasn't surprised about it. Anyways.
Hello. I don't know. I think I'm having
We
Is
network
it
can hear
issue.
you.
lagging? We can hear you,
Can you hear
maybe.
me?
We can hear
Yes.
you clearly.
Okay. Hel- Hello.
We can hear you.
We can hear you. The baby, we can hear
Okay.
you.
Sorry, I'm having some issues. You're just knocking me off and on. Okay,
Since it's
so
you and Justice that is having that issue.
mm, okay, so what? Okay, so most of us it was surprising. Some of us saw it coming. Some of us didn't see it coming. Some of us is about the children and all of that. So what's impact? Like I said, we are linking it to parenting and raising our children and all. We think he might have on the children. Is there anything wrong if maybe it's not working anymore for them and then they've had enough of for themselves and all that? Is there anything wrong in that? And how do we think it affects the children?
For me, I think there is nothing wrong with if a marriage is not working out for both parties and they decide
Mm,
to stay on their separate ways. I think is the best way to go than for them to be patient, or would I say patient, or tolerate. Like a lot of people will say that marriage is not for endurance, it's for enjoyment. So for you
mm,
to just be there and be enduring all the days of your life, how long are you going to endure for? That's the
mm,
problem. Do we want to say that, okay, because they don't want to live apart, they want to be together, and then either the man or the woman is suffering. They are not happy being there, but they just want to be there because of the children. And if you go back to even the first daughter, few times she has come live talking about depression, how she's, even though the both parents are in the same house, that she's depressed. They call her fat. Different, even story narrative from the home, from the marriage. She'll pick 1 point, 2 point from here and there, coming out to say, if the parents are together and the kids are already feeling like this, why can't they be apart? They can be apart. The doctor will always tell you that you people don't know my parent the way I know, and the way she is saying it, she's not saying it on a good path from her
mm,
tone. Do you understand? So if they are together and then they are not showing good example as a parent should show to their children, why would they still be together? They should stay apart. It's not compulsory that both couple must live. That anyway, that's the
mm,
plan for God for marriage, for us to be together forever. But some things happen and then you just decide the best thing to do is for us to live apart. I've heard of a lot of situations whereby problems are coming left and right, and then they are saying, oh, because of the children, I want to stay. And the man end up killing the woman, or the woman end up stabbing the man. So would that be a better thing for the children to remember about their parents? That's another way we can look at it.
okay.
Um,
So if it's
looking at it from this angle, I think if there is a proper parenting plan to co-parent the children between Annie and Two-Face, there should be a proper dialogue where they can sit down. Well, we are going our different ways. How do we cope? Before they even go to court for the divorce or anything, how do we co-parent these children? There should be like, because I know the youngest one is still much younger. There should be
Yeah.
a proper plan to co-parent the children. Probably You're going there to pick the children. The children is going to stay with you for 2 and so week. This one is going to stay with you. If there's a proper plan like that, awesome, beautiful, it's good. But if there's no plan on ground, if there's no mutual understanding where there's a proper dialogue where both of them have to co-parent the children, that's where the problem is. But if there is a proper plan, fine. Why not? Co-parent the children at a distance and both of you are fine. That's what I think.
Mm. And also, a lot of people have come to bash Annie. She saw the signs, she saw the flag and all of that. What did she do? Why did she go ahead and all that? What do you think?
For me, maybe if I was Annie's sister, maybe I don't know if I'm older than Annie or if she's older than me, but if I'm to be Annie's sister, in the first place, she have nothing to do in that relationship. She's not even supposed to go near there.
But she loves him now.
Forget about love. What is love? Just leave love aside. She will still love another person. If she give herself the chance to love someone else, she would have still love another person and be happy. Because how can you first met the story? I started that Annie story from beginning. When they met, before this African queen and the rest, they were already dating before the African queen. After the African queen, the man left you after fame. He went, have not just one kid, 4, and then got married to you. In the state of when this man was married to you, Pero had another child, making 3, making the 5th child. In the same, and you are telling me that you saw 1, 2, 3, 4. You still went ahead. You think you are Jesus Christ. It doesn't happen that way now. You want to change a man. How will you change him? If the man, for me, or when the man came out and said that he has had it up to here that he wants to leave, I said, it's even good that the man is actually coming out, because the woman should even, like, from my own side, my own point of view, I was thinking the lady should have said, "Oh, thank you, Divya, for coming out to say you are done." How do you even cope with those rubbish? I think there are just some things you don't talk on life. I've seen witnessed some funny things, like the both of them. You cannot. What kind of, that's not marriage. It's not love. It's not even love. It's not love. That thing is not love.
Remember, she was 15 years old then, and this
Being 15,
gentleman we're talking about is over. I'm not sure of his age now, but he was older than him with over 10 years, and she was just
it-
15.
you
Meaning
see
she was
where
still a
parents
child.
you see where parenting still come in. That means our own parent did not give her a proper home training, because at 15, what business do you have with a man at 15? What business? That's where parenting come in. When you blame the girl, you still go further to blame the parents. Where were you? If a child is making some kind of mistake, there is a right for an adult to come in and say, "Oh, maybe you're not looking it this way. Look it in this angle that I'm seeing it. Are you sure?" I remember having a friend then that wanted to get married to somebody. And then when I sat down, she came to me and she was like, "Oh, she wants to get married to this guy." And there was a question I asked her, one question. I said, "Are you sure that when you get married to this guy, the kind of lifestyle that I see, I'm not the one dating the guy, you, the kind of lifestyle I see that this guy is living, are you sure you'll be able to cope with this lifestyle? Or it will change?" I said, "No, not, don't even come in the angle of it will change. Come with, if it doesn't change, would you be able to cope?" And the question was no. That was what led to their breakup. And after the breakup, it's as if her eyes open. She was like, "Thank God I didn't go into that marriage." So you cannot tell me you want to change the man. Change the man for what you are not God.
Okay.
I
Oh,
think
sorry, just a minute. Just a
yeah.
minute, please. So you made an example with your friend that opened her eyes, and you gave her, you made her see reasons, because she was not saying what you were saying. Because for me, at that point, she's already been clouded with love. Love has already clouded her judgment. So she's not seeing with her. At that point, at 15, it
Mhm.
was just love. all that, you know. So for me, I'm not even like, what is people, the other adults in her life. And when I say other adults, I mean the parents, uncles, father. But anyway, I'm aware she didn't have a father. You know, there was no father figure. Maybe no father. She didn't grow
Yeah.
up with a father.
Yeah.
Other, maybe like a father figure, mother. You know, relations, even call friends. You know what were they doing? So I feel that was the point where they would have made a very big role, it played a very big role in her life, you know, by, you know, talking to her, opening her eyes, let her see what they were not seeing. And perhaps, who knows, they may have tried, because I heard there were times that the mom would go pick her up, you know, take her, band her, you know, stop her, but yet she still did. You know, sometimes we parents will try, and our children and all these things, sometimes we'll say, anything when they see, now you go mind,
You take it like
you
that.
know, that kind of statement, like you're your own. But
Yeah.
the thing is, there's always something I always say when it comes to manager, because when the thing really happen, when it will not be the child alone, no. Even the friends, the family, the whole world, it will be a world problem. It will not be the only child's problem. So I mean, in that case, what I always say, and that's why we always have people in our lives, because sometimes there are some things we might not be seeing, that the people we have around us, see, to help us see it the way we are not seeing it. And sometimes we might not be reasoning the way they are reasoning.
You are breaking. You are breaking. We can't hear you. We can't hear you. We can't see justice. And we can't see favor. I can't hear you either. I can't hear you at all. I'm the only one online now. I'm the only one live. Oh God, I'm tired, man. I'm tired. Oh, God. Mercy.
Sorry, guys. I don't know what's going on with the network today. Satan is a liar. I've never, this has never happened before. So, yes. Sorry, guys. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So we're talking about a lot of people judging Annie. She talked about she saw the signs and what did she do? She saw the red flag and all that. She still went ahead. So I think that's where we're talking about what we're talking about.
Yeah, I wanted to
Um,
say
Can you
something.
hear me?
Yes, we can.
yes,
Maybe you can hear me. Okay.
yes, yes.
I wanted to say something. Adolescence is a very critical age where most parents struggle. They struggle with
Okay,
their
it's only the
teenagers.
Justin guy we're waiting for.
Yeah, he's here now.
But I can't hear you.
Yeah,
How come you are mute? Maybe you are mute, actually. Are you
can you
muted?
hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you not hear
Okay.
me?
If you are
Can
muted,
you hear
that's
me?
fine because I can't hear you.
Okay. Can you hear me?
I can hear him. Can you hear me too?
Yes, I can. Yes, I
All
can.
right.
Yeah. Adolescence is a very critical age that most parents struggle. So it is easier said it is easier because I don't think any of us have a child or children that has gotten to that age where age 15, age 16 of that age. Now is a very critical stage of of um of a child
Parenting?
where most parents struggle. And at age 15, I could remember there are some hard things I did in life while I was in between that age, and most children of nowadays, there are some things you go through at that phase of life. You will not tell your parents. You don't even want your parents to be involved in your life. Most children, looks like stranger to their parents at that time of their life. So it's a very critical age. So I wouldn't say I blame Annie's parents completely. One, she has no father figure in her life. Number two, her mother tried her best. She did all she can do. Let's not forget, parenting is a teamwork, is a two persons work, not a one person work. So her mother carrying all the responsibility alone, it's not easy on her part. So I won't completely say, oh, she was the cause. And Annie, as a young girl just growing up, at that age, anybody could tell her, I love you. This is someone that when you said her father was not present in her life, she has never experienced, there was no first man like her father who could say to her that, who always resounded in her ears that, I love you, I love you, I love you. He probably, strangers like 2Face were the first person, were the people around her she has ever heard them say, oh, I love you, I love you, I love you. So I wouldn't blame Annie and I wouldn't blame the parent. And 2Face might probably be our first love. The man who ever told her the first time that, oh, long young girl, I love you. And she said she was still in secondary, probably she was in SS1 or SS2. I love you. And that first love, you know how ladies cherish their first love. They don't want their first love to just, they don't want to let go their first love. They cherish their first love. Is my first love, is my first love. And she took it to her adulthood. And she loved 2Face so much that, God is a jealous God, right? God cannot watch us share any other God aside him. The same way I think Annie was so in love with 2Face that she could not let go. This is my first love. I won't let him slide out of my hand. That was what I think Annie had. That was what the phase Annie went through.
That. Thank you for your contribution. Mr. Justice, anything to say? Hello, Mr. Justice. Hello. You are muted. Muted, we can't hear you.
Okay. Can you hear me clearly now?
Yeah. We can hear you. But there's a background noise.
All right. Can you hear me clearly now?
Yeah, it's clear enough.
All right. I don't know the network that is happening today. Seriously.
Honestly, it's so strange.
Because
They don't want us to talk about this.
well, and because of that, I had to connect my other phone because I want to join in the conversation. Very interesting one. So that was why I have to connect with the other phone. The other lady, Favor written, there was something she was saying, though I network threw me in, then threw me out. I must say that, in fact, it will be well with you, Favor, for that insightful comment.
Favor, can you hear that?
All right.
I can hear it now. Thank you, sir.
Your friend.
Now let's I love the fact that Mr. J has been able to take it down to parenting. But there's one question I needed to ask. Annie, at that 15 up to 25, was there a father? Was the father alive?
According to report, we don't know if his father was alive. She didn't grow up with a father. That's what the report said. She didn't grow up with a father. So that means she didn't have like that father figure or something. First man she has ever, met, and I've told her I love you. You know that word, I love you. First love. Don't go there, Favor.
Favor is not understanding that part, huh? There's God, though.
Jay also said, first, he said all this, my first love is too hard. You know, God is a jealous love. And all that. Even myself, I cannot even remember my first love. I don't know where that one is. Now, the thing here is, Annie at 15, Annie at 15 has started having relationship without guidance from the parents.
Mm.
Now, in fact, let me just burst your bubble. Yesterday, two girls came to get some drugs in the pharmacy. 13 and 14-year-old. They saw a name of a drug in our mother's room, and they came and said, "Sir, please, what is this meant for?" And I looked at it. They brought posting 2. So at that age, if there is no father or the mother is not taking good care of this child by head educating them or sex educating them and telling and making them understand that at this epinephrine stage is a stage where these things are bound to happen. You will have what we call imaginative or
Infatuation.
emotional love activity, as if at that time, if you don't marry your boyfriend, you will die at that time. Now, the point I wanted to make before the intro, that first question is this: I am not blaming Annie, and I am not blaming Two-Face. And I will say this: Two-Face from the beginning knows that he is a humanizer. Annie
Exactly.
accepted who Two-Face is and married Two-Face. That was why I started by saying that Regina Diners should not even complain if Chika Ike, the only small news, Regina Daniel wanted to die, that
Not for
somebody
for
got
life.
pregnant for a 70-year-old man.
She don't really run this.
Yes, from a 70. Yes.
God.
Now, nobody listens to Two-Face. Do you know that Two-Face said from a reliable source that Annie is a drug addict? Annie
Be
has
very
been
careful with her words
in
because
Quote the
Annie is
rehab.
words.
alleged.
Quote the words where you are saying it so that they don't flag it on
Yeah.
YouTube.
And then we are not sure because we are not there.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, has been visiting the rehab center, and moreover, a lot of people are saying that he's harsh and aggressive at home. Now, let's look at it from that angle. A man who has decided to say, "No, I don't want to be with this person." Do you know that it has gotten to the neck of Two-Face? This was exactly what Annie would have done before, but she decided to suffer. And that is why I keep telling people, when you are tired of marriage, why can't you just say no? But you allow all these things to go into you that it will not be difficult for you to live. And you see this celebrity marriage, a lot of people are dying patiently,
Exactly.
dying. You see the likes of Osinachi,
Mm.
the person in
Yes,
FCT
so
here, Akko,
yeah.
because she felt that if she leave the marriage, what would people say? What would the church say? And this
Mm.
man actually dealt with her, and up till now, the man is living happily here in FCT, and Osinachi is gone, and the story is gone. So if you know that, because a lot of people feel that you can only leave when there is sign of infidelity, and Annie knew that this man is infidel.
Mm.
Sorry, that Two-Face is a man full of infidelity, and you decided to. So let's take that fidelity outside of it. Now let's go to maybe being consummate. Two-Face have had children outside wedlock. Even after getting married to Annie, he's still having kids outside. Annie did not leave. Annie still waited. So why do you think Annie should be So why do you think Annie should not be blamed? Or why do you feel we should have compassion or sympathy at Annie? Whereas Annie should have as well left because Annie has her money. Annie is not dependent on Two-Face. So if at all Annie wanted to take up her life, she would have. So now she's bringing in Natasha. Because when I saw Natasha, my mind went to Natasha Akpoti, the Senate president, and the
Okay,
other guy.
okay,
So
okay.
before I knew that it was this Edo House of Rep. Now,
Yeah.
how would the Natasha feel that the same thing will not still happen to her? Because a lot of people know that this thing is contractual. So let me just use my time because Natasha knows that her time is gone. So if she has to cling to someone, let him cling to someone that even if Two-Face leave, it will not bother her. My advice to women who deem it fit that if it's not this person, I will die. Yes, you will definitely go, but the thing now is that if you will not go to rehab, and they will bring you back, they will put you, they will come and tell you that there's no way you can go again, rather than for you to just because see, let's just be frank. I feel for Annie to a space where people are now avoiding her to go into social media based on the things because 60% of the critics you find in social media are criticizing Annie, not even Two-Face, knowing fully well that Two-Face is a man, though I'm not actually saying all men are cheats, but Two-Face has his choice to make. But Annie would have had sense from the beginning to have said, no, because of celebrity life now, man, die
Mm.
with this person. And that is what is today. Natasha now is coming. Natasha has his own funds. Any small thing now, Two-Face can say, I don't want again, bring in another person. So to me, I feel this celebrity marriage of a teen is, and look at what Trump said now, because if you're talking about maybe because of what you are going to gain out of divorce, and that is why Annie is still into Two-Face. No, I don't think it is because of what he's going to get. Because Annie is independently financed. He has funds. He has funds. So to me, I'm not actually. I don't want to say maybe crocodile tears for Annie. In fact, whatever that Annie is passing through, she caused it herself. Oh. I'm not saying because of maybe because I'm a man, I'm supporting Two-Face. From the beginning, it's just like someone from the beginning, you know that this man is a chief. It's okay. Let me marry. Then you marry. Inside that same marriage, you get you had children outside. Well, you still remain. Hapa, you still remain. Then when something happen now, you just say, "Oh, sorry, don't be offended." Ah, no, they do that kind of thing. Oh.
Yeah, I get your point, but the thing is, I know you are talking from the man's or the men's perspective, because in the sense that men are logical when it comes to like all those feelings, emotions. You could have it, but not as much as we do. And also, remember that time Two-Face was hot. Like, back in the Two-Face was Two-Face, and then for her, then people around her, they might be seeing her as, you are the number one, you are the number one. And especially when he already used her to sing African Queen. Like, do you know what it means for her then? Or the hailing people, like, at the end of the day, and then at the end of the day, he still married her. Do you know the people around her? What, in fact, even everybody was literally everybody was, yeah, is still the number one, she's the number one, the number one. So all of those pressures, it's not easy for her to just remember. We said this was her first man, like the first man ever she must have met in her life. The first man that must to have told her I love you. So all of these emotions attached, easy for her to just, back out. Fine, she saw everything. But again, like you said, the celebrity life is there, societal pressure is there, you know, and many other things. And then as a woman too, to just wake up one day and say, I'm not doing again. It's emphasizing on the people around you, your environment, who are you surrounded with, because they have a huge role to play, especially in situations like this relationship. Most of the time, the parties involved, they might not be seeing, all they might be seeing is just love, love, I love you, I love you, I love you. But there's a lot of things more than that is beyond love. You know, like she said, there are a lot of things, all of these things were there. But if the other adults in her life, the environment, you know, they helped her. I mean, I still feel probably they tried. I read some that her mom, you know, she tried everything she could. You know, there were times she would lock her up and all that. But then I just don't know. But I feel I'm not blaming point. If you know who Two-Face was, you'll know, say, and another aspect again I want to mention is, you know, sometimes, like, I'm not completely blaming the man. Like, one of my cousins would tell me, maybe I can't remember the last time I asked a girl out. I'm like, what do you mean? He said, because there are his ladies that come to me, like his ladies. I don't even know how to toast it, but come to you. And if you go out there, like, ladies are, like, they are so desperate and they can go at any length to get a man. So for me, maybe it might not be that, like, some people are blaming the mother, she did not that. It might not be so. It might still play a role, but it might not be completely or totally.
We can't hear you. No, we can't. Your network is mute.
The network is really dealing with maybe today. What's going on? Network is terrible. Mute or mute it, do maybe please mute.
Go down, connect again, connect.
Okay, so favor. So you're in support of the emotional blackmail.
See,
Annie is
funny enough, I'm not that woman. Oh, I am not that woman at all. I've told myself whatever she's getting it. The only person I'm seeing that maybe have a form of pretense into that marriage. It wasn't, if maybe Two-Face was not the way it was before I got married to her, I would have said, okay, he lied to her and got married to her. This is who the man has always been. He did not hide it. This is me. This is how I like it. You know everything. And then you still went ahead.
Favor, can
For
I ask
what?
you a
So,
question?
so why do you want me to pity you? I cannot pity you. Just carry
Favor,
your
can I
bag.
ask you a question?
Please go ahead.
Yeah. Annie did not come on board. Did Annie come on board to say that it is the children that Two-Face is having that is leading to the divorce?
It's not Annie now that is coming. It's not Annie that wants divorce. It's the Dibia that wants divorce that is tired.
Exactly. That's my point. Annie did not have issue with Two-Face's weaknesses or that weakness that Two-Face had. Two-Face has issue with Annie's present weakness, that Annie is on colos. Do you understand? Annie takes
Uncolos.
colos. Hold on
If
just a minute.
okay.
Hold on just a minute. You may not have issue with my weakness. Do you understand? I may have issues with your weakness. So it's two different things. What you can Annie, what you can take as human may be different from what Mr. B can take as human.
Before,
Do you understand? I've had instances where they said Annie cheated on Two-Face, but Two-Face didn't come on here to say, "Oh, I'm divorcing Annie because she cheated on me."
I don't think that's the issue.
No, I'm not saying that's the issue right now.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
The issue that Two-Face is really raising is Annie has been on
Something.
She has been taking something, and if you watch Annie lately, even in AY's mother-in-law's burial, Annie discovered that Annie wasn't herself.
Yes, yes, I saw that video.
Her presentations were quite questionable, were weird, right? And she was acting very funny, very strange.
Even on the rich and famous series.
She was acting like someone who was out of herself. She wasn't herself at all. Even when they wanted to take photographs, she was all out of herself. And Two-Face said that this is the reason why he doesn't want to do again. And this is the reason why he is seeking for divorce.
My own problem.
I don't know why Annie got into such I don't know if Annie has been into it for a long time.
My own problem is that I don't want
to mention it so that YouTube don't flag.
Yes. We know what you are talking about.
Okay.
My own problem, bros, is that when Two-Face met Annie, was Annie on Colos?
Nobody knows.
Who introduced Annie on Colos? You don't know that thing when they go say come shop. The person say you invite come shop the thing party you.
Exactly, true.
You don't manage the way you go eat many years.
That's the celebrity lifestyle.
You don't know how you say prepare the food. So you were if it happens to be that you were the one, he took that thing, or he learned, or he picked one habit from one way or the other. If that's the reason why you're leaving, which I've not seen any reason, I've not actually seen a video or a write-up which he said that was the reason. If that's the reason why he's saying he don't want, my sister, I will still pity for the lady that, oh, I'm sorry, it's your loss. It's your loss. Because Annie is a grown-up woman, a mother for that matter. There are some things that women are not even supposed to be seen doing.
True.
As an African woman.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Another thing you need to understand, I think the reason why Annie had to endure all the shit that Two-Face was throwing at her was because, number one, if you check, we live in a society back home. It's a society where women want to stay married. Do you understand?
That's why a lot of us are dying in the marriage.
Exactly. Women want to stay married. Why do they want to stay married? One, there's this stigma attached to, oh, you are not married, or you are a divorcee, or stuff sort of. When a man comes out in our society to say he is a divorcee, no one has issue with it. They have no problem with it. But when a woman comes out to say she's a divorcee, there's a notion that you've created in the minds of people that people will start looking at you that, oh, she's a divorcee, stuff like that. It's common in our society, unlike the West, where people can easily say so and they don't give a shit about it. They don't care what anyone thinks about them. We're a society where people seek for validation from the public, from the general public. I think that's why Annie had to endure through. And don't forget, a lot of our mothers endure this. Do you understand? A lot of our mothers endure this. So Annie was not seen as if so person, so probably she has auntie that have endured this. She said, if my aunties can endure this, perhaps also person, what is there? Is it not okay? As long as he's not married to the women and they are, I don't think they are in communication anymore. So let me keep the children to myself. Don't forget one of his baby mamas just left with her, just left. She was just left. She wasn't in communication with Two-Face anymore. The only person that was in communication with Two-Face was Pero. Pero was still one-on-one with Two-Face because Pero will always use our children as a means to reach out to Two-Face.
Not be a miss, so those people they have good connection. It's not a miss, so now that one now they even they finish anybody where go make and go they take what she they take.
But
That
Toro
thing
has a man right now as we speak.
it doesn't matter.
See,
Ni.
see, a lot of people are saying that the reason why Annie is taking these colos is because of the mental stress she's passing through as a result
Uh-huh.
of the lifestyle of Two-Face. Because if that is the reason why you are taking colos, she's already a failure. Because
Exactly.
if you cannot stand it, why can't you just leave?
Why are you
Why
still
going into
there?
her?
Exactly. True.
What are you doing there?
So,
That's the
so you and I
problem.
know. See, you and I know that 3 to 4 decades ago, where these our mothers can be able to withstand it, they don't even know what colos is, so they can
Mm.
withstand all this things. But now, because of celebrity lifestyle, you say, man, take one drag, from one drag, say 4 drag. Before you know, you don't go rehab. And now, who is not
I,
losing? And now
I just
look at the fine girl that Two-Face is not going with. That alone sef will even increase the
it,
mental
I,
problem of Annie.
But they said they've been separated for Two-Face and Annie.
they've
They've
been
been
separated
separated
for a
since
while now.
February
Before,
last year.
yeah, before
Now,
they made it
Natasha
public.
wasn't even the reason why Two-Face left Annie. Natasha just came into
That's
the
not true.
picture
Oh.
a few weeks
That's
ago,
not true.
few months
That's
ago.
just a lie from
No,
the pit of them. What do they
if
mean
you
that
say
Natasha
Natasha
wasn't the
came to
reason?
Two-Face
How is Natasha not the reason? That's a lie that they can come to the public and say.
again, Natasha and Two-Face have been talking.
Uh-uh.
Even why Annie and Two-Face separated. And let me also say that a lot of people are finding it difficult to understand that Two-Face coming up to say they've separated. To me, I do not see that as separation. You guys had issues. So this one go in mama house or go another place, go stay. And that separation that he said that Annie and Two-Face separated, that separation is in the rehab home that they were not talking. Do you understand? So as we speak, Two-Face is still married to Annie. He's still
They just
married to Annie
finalized the divorce
until
now.
bride price is taken
Yeah.
back. It's not finalized. So for Natasha, you cannot tell me that Natasha just agreed now simply because Two-Face said they've separated. No, they don't.
Uh-uh.
They don't.
The Natasha has
They
been
don't.
a
They talk.
family friend. No, it's not that, not
So they
like
started
Annie
talking.
doesn't, Annie don't know Natasha. Oh. She has been a family friend. So what are you telling me? You just stood up because you and your wife are separated and you went to Natasha. They've been dating. They've been dating.
Which family friend? All these family friend people fear them.
Uh-uh.
Oh, all these family
Hey.
friends.
No, it's terrible.
So they are.
I don't know if I should feel for
Sorry,
Annie or if I should. I don't know.
sorry to add. What Roger was saying now, the kids are the one to suffer this. The kids are the one to suffer this. Imagine now, I can tell you now that Two-Face may not be able to even know the number of children he has. So even if he knows, at least let's say 15. So even if Annie goes with Isabel and perhaps maybe one other girl, Two-Face not gonna even feel am, because that guy is a natural humanizer. See, we are only, when Two-Face ages and get old, and perhaps maybe that is where you now know the total number of children Two-Face have. They will start coming out. All this one we are seeing now, all this one we are just seeing now, they are just doing intro. They are doing intro. We don't know if they are 20 now.
But
So
it's
I
crazy.
need to just, so if not because of the drugs, I think, anyways, that's why people are still blaming her. People are still blaming her because you would have left when what do you call it? In fact, sorry to add, I have a friend in my office who said, and I quote, that yes, she's married now. She has 4 kids. That if Ned Nwoko comes to meet her now that she wants to marry, that she'll be married Ned Nwoko.
You know, see, we have
And
some
there
of
are
those useless women. We have some of those
you see
useless women
other
out there.
women. Yeah,
Um,
plenty
Yes, so
that are
uh,
still
so
willing.
all these people criticizing Regina. If they have opportunity, they will grab Ned,
they will fall.
70
Yeah,
year
yeah,
old man,
yeah. A lot of them are saying it.
70-year-old man. Oh, but Ned, they try. Oh. I don't know how they do all these things. They try. And
Ah,
funny enough, wait, oh, favor. Let me ask this question: do you
okay.
believe what Regina said when he said
That was.
he lost this thing virginity to say a 70-year-old man? If I were close to
Na lie,
Regina,
yo.
huh?
Na lie,
Hey
yo.
God,
Don't mind that. Don't mind that.
a
That one is just a
70-year-old man,
lie.
you don't want to carry that to me. You say na Nedimoko. They lie.
It's a lie. Big lie. Lie from the pit of hell. Don't mind them, oh.
Okay, so
Hey
thank you
God.
all for your. I'm really enjoying this. In fact, justice and favor of God. You are just eating it. Boys are not smiling. Girls are not smiling. Wanna see pity them, I beg. So so what else do you think about the okay, fine, they have right to if they're not compatible anymore, if they're having differences and they just feel okay, they want to have a break, it's absolutely fine, right? Now
Mm-hmm.
the gap now between the time he made the announcement and the time he proposed to the girlfriend. What do you think about it? What do you have to say in that regard? Do you think it was too close? It was too. And remember, as at when he made that post, the first post, people were already attacking the wife, that's the Annie, because of the show, because of her behaviors, the way she was just carrying herself and all that. People were already attacking news. And then in the midst of that, he made his post. He made his announcement. And while we're still trying to, is it true? He came out to say, affirm it. And while everyone was just trying to, okay,
To
just take a
digest
deep breath.
it.
It was he proposed to another girl. So what do you guys think? Do you think is fair? Do you think is being reasonable? Do you think is respectful? Coming from the fact that this is a relationship that is over 25 years, at least for the sake of, if not for anything, for the sake of the all of that, at least this is someone you've had good time, good memories with. What do you think about it?
when when you say uh if it's respectable, Abi, what did you
Respectful.
say? If it's respectful or so, it can never be respectful. For you to sit down and engage to somebody that your wife knew already, that comes into your home, no matter if you like, you make that announcement next 10 years, it's not respectful. It can never be. So that's even to say that they've been dating before now, because you cannot tell me within a period, this whatever this noise start happening within a period of a week or two, you're already
Yeah,
engaged. How?
yes,
We are in February, bro. What's going on? They've been seeing each other. That's to show that they've been seeing each other. And you could see, if you've watched the Rich and Famous, you will see the way the girl reacted. You will know that she's going through a lot of things. And then the same, those kind of wahala is the same thing that is pushing her into taking whatever she's taking. And if you watch that Rich and Famous, the new episode that they released, you will see she was not composed at all. She was just acting very, very funny, and everybody could see it. It's obvious now. If the problem is that, seriously, I don't know if I should pity for the girl. My honest opinion is that, should I pity for her? Should I not pity for her? I don't think I would want to pity for her, because I will tell myself that
come
if I
from
if I had to be
sisterhood.
in her
Remember,
shoe.
come from sisterhood points, please.
And sisterhood, that's what I'm saying now. See, sisterhood, I will still not pity for sister too. I will tell her, because if she was supposed to be a sister, I would have told her. Then she will not listen. I will not say, "Shebi, I told you." I will still not pity. There is no respect in that thing. I don't know, but me, I just felt like if all these things are coming, Annie should know that she should expect this kind of things coming in. Because there was a day my friends, they went out. When they went out, this was like 3 years, 4 years ago. if not 5 years. They went out, and when they went to, Annie and Dibia was there. Do you know that in presence of Annie, Dibia stood up and smacked my girlfriend's bum? What disrespect? What? No, my dear, don't tell me. It was even the lady
Don't
that
scatter
came
your
and
head.
be apologizing to the girl. You
I won't.
cannot disrespect a woman like that.
I won't be rest.
And
I
you are
won't be
telling me you are
surprised.
coping because of what? You don't want to lose the Dibia's name. You don't want another person to answer Dibia. You must be the Mrs. Dibia. You will kill yourself with frustration. She's going through a lot. And the best thing, she didn't even understand that 2Face letting her go is the best thing that can ever happen to her life. Saying, oh, you can move on, let me move on, is the best thing that can ever happen to Annie's life. And
So
she's
she
not
can
seeing it
thank.
from that point of view.
Okay. I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can butt in here.
Yeah, you.
Hello.
Yeah, we're here.
Hello. Can
Justice,
you
go
We
hear
can
ahead,
me?
hear you. We
please.
can hear you.
All right. Okay. Now, if a married couple has spent, let's say, 10 years or 15 years, then suddenly the man dies, you and I know that the wife will mourn time. Then, if the wife wants to remarry, it is at her own peril. But
Yes.
during the process of mourning, you are with your white, white and white, you are mourning. Then you now just suddenly, or immediately you just finish the mourning. There comes, you just marry another man. So what you are just saying that you are not even respecting the dead, you are swear. It means that they will not say, okay, Ashawo did the woman eye before. Now he make the thing
Exactly.
never do finish. So now let's take it down to Two Face. If it is since it is Two Face that initiated the divorce process, at least the process is still on. It's disrespectful for you to initiate a process. The process is not concluded, and yet you are proposing. That is the height of disrespect and disrespect. I can say that Two Face did not do that thing at all. So even if we are all aware that Two Face is polygamous, at the same time he's a humanizer, yes, we are aware. But even if you don't like Annie anymore, this at least look back what Annie has suffered with you. At least even if you are initiated the divorce, at least wait now. Even
Sorry.
wait.
Okay,
When the
in my
thing don't reach
opinion,
down finish, goes okay, I'm proposing. How can you initiate a process? You are just
I
and then
I feel like he's doing it intentionally. He just want to make
hello.
the
see
lady
guys,
feel very bad.
Two-Face has never had any out of respect for Annie. He
God
has
bless you,
never.
sir. God
There was
bless you, sir.
there was a podcast or an interview that they were interviewing Two-Face and Annie. They brought them for an interview, and Two-Face was saying that a man can love as many
I
women as he wants.
I remember that one. Yeah.
Yeah, remember the interview, and Annie was just there. I think I wouldn't say she doesn't have self-esteem, but she was just there and telling him, answer the interview and answer the interview. And he has never had any respect for that lady. That's one. So why? So if as at when they were married, he has no respect for her, why do you think she will have respect for her now that he has initiated a divorce? He won't have respect for her.
Exactly.
Do you
Exactly.
understand? The guy. One thing I think is that the guy had no respect for court processes. He had no respect for culture. Do you understand? His families and the other family have not said, okay, return the bride price. As that the bride price, they still need to go to court and divorce the whole thing, and everything is dissolved. Do you understand? He just came on here. He has found another love, and I think when you just find another love, the thing is just it's just all over him. He could not hide it. He just came on board. Natasha is my life. Natasha is my this. The next thing they want to put ring in his hand. Do you understand? Natasha has become everything to him, everything he esteems, everything he knows. If you live with another woman for 10 years, you didn't call her, you are my own, you are my this. You're just meeting someone. Do you understand? Or you just getting to know someone and you're just telling him, you are my life, you are my this, you are my everything. Do you understand? I keep saying this, the reason why you would appreciate someone so much that has never lived under the same roof with you is because of proximity. The reason why you appreciate someone that is out there, you appreciate her so much, you esteem her so much, is because of proximity. Now, let both of you live under the same roof. Then you'll be able to tell if you appreciate her or him or her the way you appreciate her when he or she was far away from you. Do you understand? You lived with Annie for 10 years. You did not tell her, she's your life, she's your this, she's your that, she's your that. Now, or probably she told Annie, she said all these sweet words to Annie. He's a musician, and so he has a sweet rhyme. The same thing is what he will tell Natasha. And Natasha is head over heels in love with him. Remember, 2Face mother also came out to say 2Face is not being himself. That Natasha placed something,
on his neck.
Do you understand? So all these people married together, it shows 2Face does not even have regard for his family, because his family has not officially gone to Natasha's family or return the bride price that her son, or want to return the bride price that her son paid or for your daughter's dowry. His family has not done that. You are the one who initiated divorce. So let your family do that first. It means you have no regard for your family. You have no regard for Annie's family. You have no regard for court process, and you have no regard for Annie as well. As a matter of fact, you have no regard for the children that you bear with Annie. All of a sudden, you just went straight away to propose to Natasha that is just coming to the picture. So I think it's not fair on the part of these people who have listed the court, his family, and his children. That's what I think.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. In fact, it's getting more interesting. I'm so loving and enjoying it. And just because of time, and I don't want to keep us for so long. What do we think in the mothers coming up to, to cry? I would say cry, to just express herself, and show her concern as a mother. As a mother, we have this feeling when things are not right. As a mother, especially mothers to their son, you know what that means. So she coming out now to cry out to the whole Nigeria, according to her, they should please tell Auntie Natasha to remove that is it change she called it, that thing that she put in her son's neck and the one in her hand. So what do you think it was? Because a lot of
I
people
think
were
it's wrong.
attacking her. We're attacking her. Is it what she was supposed to be doing as a mother? How did she raise him? Or how did she raise him? How did she not raise him? Instead of her to go to, go and pray and all of that. So what do you guys think about that? So we can
She has no
start
business with
talking.
Natasha. She has no business with Natasha.
God
If
bless you.
your son has issues, your son is a complete adult, and you know the type of person your son is. Your son has been a women chaser right from his age.
Right
I
from
think
there.
the best person you should call in, talk senses into his head that has disrespected you and your entire family is your son and not Natasha. Natasha has no business with you.
I don't
And
even
another thing to Natasha needs to give herself some senses. You are entering into a family where the mother doesn't love you. That's a red flag already. The mother is telling you that. The mother is already telling you that, oh, you are this. The problem with most people is that they will say, oh, we'll go in, and I'm not married to the family, I'm married to the son. No, it's not like that. Because the day things will go hard for you, it is the family. If the family loves you, they will stand by you. If the family doesn't love you, it will go haywire. So you need the family. So when you are getting married to a man or a woman, when a man is getting married to a woman, when the family doesn't love you, or it's a time to step back. And for a woman, if you're getting married to her, if the family doesn't love you, step back. If I were Natasha, the moment the mother comes to say that, 2Face, I'll tell Natasha, I'll tell 2Face,
I'm not interested anymore.
I'm not interested. Let's go both ways. It's obvious
Do
that
you
your
think
mom
she
doesn't
cares?
like me.
Do you think she cares? Do you think
She
she
doesn't
cares?
care. She doesn't
Does
care.
she care? Does that one look like
Obviously, she
someone that
doesn't.
cares?
She doesn't. She
That's
does.
what,
Obviously, she doesn't care. Is it not the
She
same thing
doesn't.
Annie said as well that the Two-Face mom doesn't like her? She says it all the time now that they
okay,
don't like her. That's why whenever they have problems, she don't have anybody to go to because the
exactly.
parents don't like her.
You see, that's
And
another
when you
angle
marry a
again.
man who has nobody he listens to, or a woman who doesn't have a figure authority that she respects or she honors, it's a big problem.
Mm.
For her to even come out to say that they should beg Natasha to, it's an insult to the DBS family.
I'm telling you, I was even saying, what's this woman doing? The children should go and put her inside house, Jerry.
It's
Why would
a
you be
big
coming? Which
disgrace.
public? You cannot talk to your son. It's the public that you want
I'm telling
the public
you,
to come
it's
and
a
help
big
you to
deal.
talk to your own son. A son you gave birth to. Abba. It's just terrible.
Oh, if
What?
I'm talking about what
Okay.
the mother said. See, when I saw that
Yes.
video, when I saw that video, I was like, oh, this Two-Face DBS mother, maybe now poverty they do that woman. Seriously.
Funny
Because
enough,
on
it's
a
not really
norm,
poverty because they are quite okay.
no,
No,
no.
poverty
So what I'm saying
is
in
not
essence
lack
is
of
that
money. Poverty is a thing of the mind.
Uh-huh.
because if you look at it now, you cannot talk to your son. You are saying that they should. I don't know what Natasha used to hold my son. Oh, you should leave my son. Oh, instead of you to at least if at all you are coming to social media, you should talk about how your son and Annie can reconcile. You know, something like that. You should talk if at all you are coming online. Not to talk about somebody, a grown-up man say you don't want Annie again. See na Natasha. Now that Natasha is just like a lady who catches the wife, sorry, the husband with another woman. Instead of to go and
Mm,
face your husband, you dey go drag the woman where you cheat on.
exactly.
Wetin concern
I
you?
think.
That is just
Mm.
it now. Nothing. Natasha accepting to bring out her middle finger for engagement. If you see middle finger, they tell them engage. Okay, now here. So it's okay, let me engage. It means that these two people, according to what people were saying, that they are family friends, maybe they knew each other before. The Natasha Ba,
Mm.
favor,
Yeah, yeah,
you can
yeah.
validate me if I'm wrong. Okay. So
Yes,
so
yes.
for the Natasha to agree or accept for the engagement, the ring, it means that it don't tell when Natasha won't pull head for that thing. It don't tell when Natasha they hide Two-Face.
Uh-uh. You
So
know,
it's
say just
easier.
that the thing that they do am hide
Yes, now.
before. Now they decide to come public. You
Yes.
know those kind of ladies wey say they go
So
tell you
both
say no,
Natasha
I don't
and
tire for
Two-Face,
hide
they don't
though.
have respect
Yeah.
for Annie. They don't both of them don't have
True.
respect for Annie. They don't have respect for Annie at all.
I feel for her though.
And then
Like
what about the aspect of the mom? At least as a mother, sometimes maybe she would have tried to reach her son. Maybe he's not picking his call, he's telling him to come, he's not coming. And probably she felt the only thing she could do is to cry to Nigerians. Maybe perhaps Nigerians
Two-Face,
guys could.
Two-Face have siblings now. And he and the other
Even
brother, they are close. If the son is not picking, tell the brother to go and tell your son that this is what mommy said.
the brother too cried out
Uh-uh.
that they can't reach him, he's not taking his calls.
They can
He
reach
just
him because the brother is close to the mom. They can reach him. It's just this era, this
social
Jay-Z have
media.
been a waiting call, social media era. Anybody they want to talk, for them to talk to somebody one-on-one, they go first carry camera. The first thing that comes to their mind, they'll make I carry camera, both old and young. Let's talk it on social media first before I have one-on-one conversation. That was what happened. Not like he cannot actually reach his son.
I think what the mother wanted to do, the mother just wanted to to um to defend herself before the public that see, oh, I am not a
Yeah,
party
I'm
to
not
my
involved.
son getting married to or proposing to Natasha. I am not a
Yes,
party to it, so that you all
yes.
will know that Natasha is the one who she's cast a spell on my son, stuff like that. Do you understand? So that was what she was trying to do. She was just trying to
That was
buy
it.
the public audience so that it won't look like, oh, I was the one who caused the breakup between Annie and Two-Face. I'm sure that's what she was just trying to do.
Yeah.
It's just like mercy after death.
So do you not think she maybe going on her knees as a mother, going on her knees to cry to God instead of just, coming to the public, do you not think that would have been better off for her? What do you think? Instead of just coming up. And then the parenting aspect of it, that a lot of people are blaming her for. How did she raise her son? Did she raise her son so well or so? Yeah, if she has raised her son so well, why would the child or the son come out and start messing about or be misbehaving? And now she's crying. What do you guys think? So maybe
A
we can
child
wrap
that you did
up
not
that.
train well from when the child was small. It's not this old age that you want to start training the child. When the Bible said train up a child in the way he should go, that's why they said train up in the way he should go. That means from small you nurture them into that adult you want them to be. Not be now we don't be waiting, you not even look after. Then now you want correct them for old age. No.
In my opinion, right, Mrs. Favor, I won't totally agree with you on that ground. Do you understand? Number one, it's not in our society. Don't forget, it is not only your parents, that train you alone.
I know, it's the whole community.
It is the community that raised you up.
Yes.
The entire community. When I was much younger, right, I know that if a child is wayward, right, when a child does anything wrong, even when your mother is not there in Nigeria, they will flog. Anybody out there will see you and ensure that you do the right thing. Do you understand? And don't forget that there's something called this celebrity. I don't want to call it. It's not peer pressure. It's celebrity pressure. So it's not peer pressure. Celebrity peer pressure. So when you are coming into limelight, there's this. Which celebrity will you mention in Nigeria in terms of music? Which of them will you tell me that does not have baby mama in Nigeria?
But it's just that the Two-Face one is too much.
It's
baby
too
mama,
much.
this one, baby
He
mama.
was one who started it. They are too much. But the truth is that it is not just Two-Face alone. Whiskey that Davido had. Will you tell me that Davido was not well brought up? Will you tell me that Whiskey was not well brought up? Now, if you want to blame Two-Face's mother alone, that means we should blame Timaya's mother. We should say most of the musicians that have baby mama in Nigeria, that their parents didn't raise them well. Don't forget that Timaya came up to say that he doesn't want to get married.
These things you are saying, even some of
Don Jazzy said it recently that he wants his baby mama, that he can't get married, he can't stay under a roof with a woman. They'd rather have a baby mama where they stay separately. A lot of them don't want to get married. A lot of
The
them
other guy, what's his name? Flavor too said women are distractions.
Exactly. So will you say marriage could be a distraction to their? So we wouldn't call it. Let's not call it that these guys were not well raised.
Before we even start concluding, we should go and look at these people that we've just mentioned. How are their family life? How is it like? The marriages around them. How are the marriages like around them? Because with that, they might have seen a lot of different scenarios that will tell them that, you know what, if this is how it's going to be, or this is how it will be, then there is no need me going into it.
Yes, exactly. It's like David. Now let's use Davido as an example. Davido is married to Chioma now. Meanwhile, he has more than one baby mama before he got married to her. Right? Now, will you tell me that Davido was not well raised? He was well raised, but I think this celebrity lifestyle comes with the fame that comes with it, and they think a lot of them once they start, it is not even them that even some of them don't wish to be baby fathers or something. Do you understand? They don't wish to have baby mothers. Like the moderator said. He said, did you hear what she said? She said that her cousin said to her that he can't remember the last time he even opened his mouth and talked to a woman or toast a woman.
And if a woman comes to you, you cannot, since you cannot open your mouth to talk to the woman, you cannot still open your mouth to say no.
There is something that comes with fame.
You should be able to say no, bro.
Oh my
you should be able to say no.
See, we've not gotten to that in terms of
Favor,
wealth.
favor.
In terms of wealth, we've not gotten to that level of wealth where money will intoxicate us. And we have not gotten to that level of fame where fame will intoxicate us. Let's not forget that fact. Do you understand?
Yeah.
We have not gotten to see. There's a level you get to in terms of there's a level of wealth you will have. There's a level of fame that you will have. It will intoxicate you at the early stage. Don't forget, 2Face was the limelight of his family. So immediately he's getting there. Almost everybody just no. I don't think any of his family has ever attained such height. So immediately they just come like this. In the let me do eat and run. Just eat and run. You go who come. So there's nowhere. And Bill is trying to protect his name. This one will come out. I'm pregnant for 2Face. And when a lady comes out to say he's pregnant for you, what will you do?
And any man who says I want to eat and run, that means the man don't get the tendency, don't get them for head before say him
That
go
is
they
what they call
interested, him go
youthfulness.
they interested for that kind of thing. But the stupid thing when we say me as a woman, I don't know about maybe because I'm married though. I don't know about how other women do it out there. I don't respect a woman who will see a man had a baby mama or something, and then you went ahead to date that same man. I don't understand. What are you looking for? Is it fame? Is it the name? Because maybe I'm just a kind of a different person, or am I strange or
See,
something?
see,
Forget about your name, oh. I'm not
Your value
about even dating the person, having a sexual intercourse with the person without no protection.
do you know what
Are
it
you
means?
not scared of your
Hold
life?
on. Everybody has what they chase. Just a minute. Do you know what it means? Someone's made a statement, and I quote, the person was like, is it that you marry a family that has a name, or create the name yourself? It is either you marry a family that has a name or create the name yourself. Now, if that is the picture, right? If either you marry, so if you marry a family that has a name, like you know the doors that the name Idibia will open for 2Face's children. And do
Leave
you know
that
the
door,
doors?
beg. Work hard. You too.
Hold on, hold on.
You might become that
Hold on
name.
now. Hold on. Do you know the doors that it's just like someone goes to somewhere and I say, I'm Adeleke. So which Adeleke? Davido Adeleke. Hey, I'm the mother of the. Do you know the doors it will open? It will open doors for them.
That's the
Do you
same thing that
understand?
is causing laziness to this our generation.
Exactly. That is my
Laziness, they
point.
don't want to use, they don't want to do the thing themselves. They just
Exactly. Not everybody will see from your own view. A lot of people will see from their own view. All these ladies, they've come to realize that, oh, I can't build this thing for myself. Oh, my family, nobody knows them. My family, nobody knows my family. So let me get myself attached to a man that has a name, because they believe that they can't build the name themselves. They can't build that fame themselves. So they just want to get attached to a man that has a name. So they don't even want to marry the man. They just want to get pregnant and have child for the man. That's what they are concerned about.
That's why the men keep using them.
Exactly.
Because
So
the men already know that,
so
oh, this is the reason why you're here.
yes,
That's why you'll be
And that was why
disrespected.
that was why 2Face used that name.
You will be
exactly.
disrespected. You don't have mouth, you cannot talk.
Exactly. See, we have not gotten to these people's level of fame, level of wealth. So we can't really say that, when we get there, that, let's say, for instance, now, this Mr. Justice, you get to that level of fame or level of wealth. You will go to some places, some ladies, they'll be looking for you. Some of them will even drug you to make sure that, or use pills for you to make sure that they get in bed with you. And once you get in bed with you, they'll tell you they are pregnant. They know that when they come to the public to say they are pregnant for you, your name will be rubbed in the mud, and you don't want your name to be rubbed, so you accept such. So anyone could now come on here and say, oh, he was not properly raised.
Bro,
But it says that you were properly raised.
Bro, do you know that this is where this goes back again to parenting? Oh.
Exactly.
This goes back to parenting because some fathers and mothers, they are the ones that are raising this lady that are doing these things.
Exactly.
How can a woman have that kind of mentality? Why? It's
So
crazy.
in our society, we live in a society where ladies will come out to tell you that, see, I can't marry a man who does not have trust on A, B, and C. Someone will tell you, before I can get down with a man, the man must have 20,000 pounds, 20 million naira in his account, 40 million naira, 100
But
million naira. What am
I
I
have
doing if a
some
man doesn't have
I
1
have
million?
some friends who said that too. Up till now they are still single. Now they
Do
look
you
for 100
understand?
1 million. They not see. Now look, you just pray that love shine on you when you go see the market.
Do you understand? It is our value system. If our value system doesn't change, right, nothing will go right. So we live in a
Hi,
society where
Niger.
if the value system doesn't change, a woman always wants to
And
depend on a man even when she has her money. It will not work.
It's just
And you will
terrible.
discover that many
now
celebrities will always fall victim for victim. And we'll keep saying that the celebrities are
of
not well
black
raised. We're not looking at it from the angle of the women that are even pushing themselves on them. That those women too, they've got issues, esteem issues. That their parents did not raise them with a sense of self-esteem and all that.
Thank
It's
you.
just terrible. I think Justice was trying to say something.
Justice, are you still there?
He's clipping his mind.
The network
I
is
think it's
fluctuating.
frozen. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Let
lagging.
me take a look.
It is well.
So values too comes into place, the value you have as a
Mhm.
parent, what
True.
your child sees around you, around the environment, it has a role to play in a child's
Yeah.
life. And that is what that intentionality, as an intentional parent, who are the people around you? What are you doing? You're smoking and you're telling your child don't
Yeah.
smoke. It's not possible now. The child will definitely, or you might not even be smoking, but your friends, they are
Um,
smoking. Your child is seeing
gro-
it. The child will grow up and see it as
gr-
a normal thing.
growing
Absolutely.
in growing up back in Nigeria, I had a friend, a family friend, who the parents will actually dress the girls. They have girls in the house to go and meet men.
Imagine.
The mom, yeah,
It's true. It's true.
yeah,
Imagine.
I won't
no,
doubt it.
the ones older than the children, like older men. You feel comfortable and you hear them say, ah, that's the best mother, the best one. I said, I don't understand what, if you guys actually understand what this woman is doing to you, bro.
Then they'll still grow up and raise their children the same way. And before you know, it
Yeah,
becomes what?
yeah.
Generational. And that's how values, and that's how it just
And it now
starts and
becomes
gets
a
to.
pattern in the family. The
Yes,
family
now.
life
Mm-hmm.
value systems, there's nothing. Do you
Yes,
understand?
now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's just
Mm-hmm.
terrible. That's
It's
why you
it's
see
it's
this parenting is very, very important.
yes, it is
Very, very
intentional
important.
parenting. It's intentional parenting is, and that's why we say it's hard work. It is hard work. It is hard work
And
because even as a parent, go on, I'm listening.
that is why in our society, right, until we begin to create that value for the female gender, do you understand? Begin to give that value to them, right? It will still be a society where women, the female gender, is objectified. They will keep
Yeah.
the female gender will keep being an object. Do you understand? A lot of people seem not. There are so many things that are happening in the society where you will think, oh, if it's a man, it's a man's word. This one do this. A man will do something, he will go scot free. Which a woman will do, the woman will not go scot free. She will be stigmatized.
The
So
kind of
the value system
mentality,
needs to be worked on.
the kind of mentality that Nigeria, especially Nigeria, I don't know about other African countries, but Nigeria, they are female. I don't know what is. That's the reason why you see any of them. A lady will just wake up, 18 years lady that is still growing, developing body, 16 years. You go and do boot top, nose, lip. What are you doing those things for? If
It's
not
even that
because you want to look for a faster way to get money, look for a richer man that will look at you and say, oh, this, you are still growing, you are still developing. What are you doing
self-esteem.
all these things for? And funny enough, some of these ladies, they do it under their parents' roof.
Yes, true.
under their parent roof. It's just crazy. I had a friend of a few years ago, and I went to Nigeria for a wedding. The lady said she almost died. She was supposed to be in the wedding. Why didn't you come home? She went for surgery. Because the the boy that she was dating said the boy is misbehaving. She thinks the bomb is. I didn't even know that the bomb will reduce after some time. I think the thing is reducing. That's why the man is misbehaving. She wants to keep her relationship. She had to go and do that thing again. I was like,
Relationship,
are
but
we
not even
mad?
married.
Who gave birth to all these children?
Imagine.
Who gave birth to you people? It's just terrible. Nigeria, no, we need I
It's
won't say we need God because we already have God. I don't know what else we need in that country.
a society where the value system is completely destroyed, especially on the
Then
part of
this
the
one will
ladies,
come at is
especially on the
this,
part
is
of the
that.
women.
Is individual. We should work on ourselves individually. If we don't, these changes we are looking for will not see it.
And
Not in
and
Nigeria.
it still boils down on the celebrities, the people we look up to. The
The
people,
society.
Somebody
not
has
me,
gone mute.
the celebrities, the people they look up to. Celebrities in the society, they want to do this. Most of them are living fake
You
life.
can't hear me?
So because they are models, so all of them, so because the younger generation, the Gen Z generation are looking up to them, they too want to fit in. So since so much of availability is faking it. So let's fake it to make it. So the real thing is fake it to make it. Bless the CEO, we say fake it because she fake it before she make it. So every young ones out there, they want to fake it and make it. So in place of faking it, you are already what? That's a value system that is already awkward. A
So
value
in
system
a
that is
not
already distorted. This one.
yeah. Hello, can you still hear me?
Yes, you can.
Okay. So in a nutshell, the whole thing boils down on parenting, like Favor said, parenting, our family values, and most importantly, raising our children up, especially our female children, with self-esteem. Because all of these things, they are the one that suffers it, our girls. Imagine going to fix your bottom or whatever they call it, all in the name of,
A
because of a
man.
man. Not even the pain, the stress, the money it will cost you. At the
True.
end of the day, you will still do it. The man might still not love you, or he might still cheat on you. So I think it's a thing of it's a self-esteem issue. So we need to still keep, and that's the role you men have to play in the lives of your female children. It is your responsibility, to always, if you are constantly telling a child, I love you, you're cuddling them, you're hugging them, you're treating them like a lady should be treated.
True.
No man out there will tell them you need to do your bottom is flat, and they won't listen to that. And before they even see a man, they know what they want. They will know what they want because you will be their figure. It is the kind of the father they have is who they will look up to, or they want to settle down with. So that is the role. Every man has a very vital role to play in the life, not just their female children, in the life of their male children as well, in terms of raising them, being a father figure to them, teaching them how to be a man, teaching them how to build their identity, teaching them how to behave, how to treat a lady, how to be nice to a lady, how to respect a lady, because all of these things, it boils down on parenting, like Favor rightly said. It's from parenting, it's from when they are young. Because if you don't do it when they are young, when they are grown, forget it. There's
True.
literally nothing you can do. And they will bring not just disgrace, they will just bring like complete embarrassment. For the case of Two-Face, when Favor mentioned that he was very disrespectful, because I won't doubt it. I've seen so many videos of him where he will say a man can cheat. Is a man's in the presence of his wife. Is a man's nature to cheat in the presence of his wife. That alone self is more than enough. To traumatize the woman. You know what that means? A man can cheat. For him to say it publicly, do you know the cheating that will be going on, the other things that would have been going on, and that would have caused time? Do you know what emotional damage can cause a woman? So the whole thing is as a parent, like we have a big role to play. Is a very vital role to play in terms of raising our children and building their self-esteem. One of the best gifts you can give a child, a female child, is the gift of self-esteem, and for a male child, is the gift of discipline. Discipline, give them discipline and responsibility. Because once they are disciplined, if 20 women like, let them go naked, because they're already disciplined, they will know what to do. But where the discipline is not there, that is what leads to all of these things. So I will encourage you all as a parent. Thank God we are all parents to be up and doing. I know parenting is very hard, but people have done it, and I believe we can do it as well. And I pray that God Almighty will help us and give us the grace, to raise our children well and raise them holistically, so that at the end of the day, in 10 years' time, in 50 years, 20 years down the line, our children will not bring us or will not embarrass us publicly. We'll look at them and we'll say, we'll be very proud to say, yes, we have done our job as a parent. I pray that will be our portion in Jesus' name. And thank you so much, Favor. Thank you so much, Justice. I think Justice is been knocked off now. Thank you so much, Justice. And thank you so much, Mr. John, for doing this with me. Honestly, I enjoyed it. I've enjoyed myself. In fact, I feel like bringing other. In fact, I think we need to come up again because there are so many angles I wanted to talk, but because of time and then network was, going off and on. So okay, let's just maybe next time we'll do better. But thank you so much. I really appreciate your time, and I appreciate your honesty, your controversy. I just enjoyed it. I didn't know I was the only phlegmatic here. All I saw was choleric people, just it was very interesting. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time. Any last words for our viewers? Any last words? Any final words? Favor, Mr. John. Any final words?
Yeah, what I will have to say is this: fathers, we have a strong role to play, and mothers too. You also have a strong role to play. Both parents, we have a strong role to play. If I've never heard about two-faced father, but I think in a long way, if his father was present or if he was not present, in a way, he's been influenced by any of these factors. And as a mother, what role mothers to a great extent, they show a lot more empathy for their male children, while father doesn't show.
Talking again.
Do you understand? So what did two-face? What did he face all his life? So we need to, as parents, we need to sit up. And we are raising a new set of generation where these children are exposed to social media. See, before our children get to teenage, the social media will turn into something else. It's turning into another set of media. I've forgotten. And from social media to a knowledge media. That's what it's turning into. When people seek for knowledge, people will go from social media just to seek for knowledge. It could be a positive knowledge, it could be negative knowledge. Do you understand? You came here where you did a video where a little boy had to create an AI where he was communicating with the AI until he had to.
Yeah.
Do you understand? End his own life. So it matters a lot. So we, as parents, we have a great role to play. And I pray God will give us the strength, the enablement, and give us and preserve our lives to raise our children in the way and in the fear of the Lord.
Amen. Amen. Thank you so much for that. Thank you. Thank you. Favor, can you hear me? Oh, she can hear. Favor. Hello, Favor. Can you still hear me? Can you hear us, Favor? Is she still there? She can see us.
I can't hear anything.
I can hear you.
It's just muted. Can you hear me?
Yes.
You can hear me?
You. Yes.
But I can't hear you.
I can hear
Your
you.
side is muted for a few minutes now.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I don't know why. I know the other time it happens like that. And it pick up on its own again. But this time it just went mute. I can see my mic. My mic is not muted, but it's mute there. I don't know why.
I can hear you.
Let me see. No. So my mic is not muted, but you can hear me, but I can't hear you. I can't hear the both of you from your side.
Oh,
So it will be
really?
from your side though. If you can hear me, then it will be from your side.
I can hear you though.
Check the comments. Check comment section. Check comments. Yeah. Last advice.
I think my final word should be, if you can hear me, I can't hear you guys, so but
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
just read I went to the message session. So I think my final word should be that we should actually put in our all in parenting.
Mm.
Because if you check all what we've talked about, all what we've discussed about, not just parenting, I would say parenting, a lot of parenting, and then pray as well. Prayer and good parenting, they both work together. So once we're trying to put in all our best, we are telling God that we can do as much as we can. We're like, what most of the time when I pray with my son, I always say it. I said, God, you've given him to us, so we'll take care of him, look after him, and teach him what we know and what we can teach him. But God should do the rest that we think we will not be able to do. There's a lot of things that even when we the same time when we talk about parenting, that's why I say not just parenting with God, because sometimes you might do all the right parenting and then you will see that child see going wasn't the part you introduced to the child. So that's why I said while we're putting in all our all in parenting, we are also making sure we are praying as well.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That was powerful. Parenting and prayer. Thank you so much. I really appreciate. God bless you. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Yeah, we'll call it a day and hope to do this again because I have really, really enjoyed myself. Thank you, everyone, and thank you for spending your time with me. I hope that was informative. Thank you, and have a good night's rest. Bye. Bye, Favor. Thank you.
Bye
Thank
everyone.
you so much. That was so lovely.
Bye.
Bye bye. Thank you all.